Beloved, there is a law higher than logic and deeper than reason, the law of the sealed covenant. It is the hidden command of manifestation, the silent agreement between your soul and the infinite. It is the vow that what you consecrate in faith must be protected by silence until it takes form. For the moment you declare a thing in spirit, it becomes sacred, and what is sacred must be shielded from the noise of unbelief. Speak it once with divine authority, then seal it with silence. The world calls it secrecy, but heaven calls it spiritual containment. When you take a divine idea, when you receive an instruction from Spirit, to write, to create, to invest, to move, that is your covenant moment. The unseen forces of supply begin to move. The gears of manifestation turn. The angels of divine order take their posts. But if you speak prematurely, if you scatter your seed before it takes root, the vibration of the world may disturb your field. For not all ears hear faith, many hear fear, and fear is the thief of formation. So I say to you, put the number in your wallet and tell no soul. Let it live in the secret chamber of your being, for silence is not emptiness, it is gestation. In silence, the seed gathers light. In silence, the vibration strengthens. In silence, your desire is wrapped in the mantle of divine protection. You are not hiding your blessing, you are fortifying it with the fire of faith. The sealed covenant is not superstition, it is spiritual technology. It is the science of the soul. Every great miracle begins in the unseen, and every sacred manifestation demands silence before its unveiling. When you announce your divine plan to the uninitiated, you invite the energy of doubt. But when you commune only with God, you invite multiplication. The universe expands in response to conviction, not conversation. Remember this law: you are not proving your vision to people, you are proving it through vibration. The proof of your covenant is in your alignment, your peace, your expectancy. Those who truly believe do not explain, they embody, they walk as though it is already done, because in divine mind, it is. You are the vessel of divine secrecy. Every time you hold your dream in stillness, the energy compounds. It multiplies unseen, like gold beneath the earth. But when you reveal it too soon, the energy disperses. For attention is a form of energy, and where you place it determines what you strengthen. The wise do not talk about their miracles, they live them. Understand this: the law of the sealed covenant is not about silence alone, but about trust. You must trust that what you set in motion by faith will be fulfilled without interference. You must trust that unseen hands are arranging the details of your prosperity. You must trust that what belongs to you cannot be taken, delayed, or diminished. The covenant is sealed not by fear of loss, but by certainty of manifestation. Every covenant you form with Spirit becomes eternal. The words you speak in faith travel beyond time. They are recorded in divine memory, and when you keep them sacred, they gather momentum. The law of the sealed covenant commands, do not announce your blessing before its birth. For when the flower is still a seed, it needs soil, not applause. Let it root, let it strengthen. The number as a frequency anchor. There is no randomness in the universe. Every symbol, every number, every vibration holds a living intelligence, a divine frequency that speaks in the silent language of creation. When you hold a number with faith, when you place it in your wallet as sacred covenant, you are not holding currency, you are holding a key to command vibration. You are saying to the universe, I know who I am, and I align with the frequency of limitless supply. The number becomes a frequency anchor, a point of divine resonance between your intention and infinite substance. It is not mere paper, it is energy made visible. When you bless it, you charge it with identity. When you declare over it, you infuse it with life. The vibration of money obeys the consciousness of the one who carries it. Beloved, understand this revelation. Numbers are the secret mathematics of manifestation. God counts nothing as small, for every number is a symbol of law, proportion, and divine order. The number you carry represents a vibrational declaration. the testimony that you have stepped out of lack and into command. You are no longer pleading for supply, you are instructing it. Every time you see that number, every time your fingers touch it, it speaks silently into the field of creation. Prosperity lives here. Expansion lives here. Faith reigns here. The universe hears in frequencies, not words, and faith is the highest frequency of all. When you hold the number in your wallet, it becomes your tuning fork, aligning you to the music of divine flow. But hear this, the number alone has no power. It is your consciousness that gives it breath. A doubter may hold a fortune and feel fear. A master may hold a single bill and command empires. The difference is vibration. The number responds only to the energy of certainty. The number as a frequency anchor is not to remind you of what you lack, but of what you already are. You are the source expressed as form. You are divine mind clothed in matter. You are not asking money to come. You are summoning it to recognize its master. When you look upon that number, you are looking into the mirror of your own vibration. The poor see paper, the awakened see power. The poor count coins, the enlightened count currents. The number is a portal, a bridge between thought and thing, invisible and visible, heaven and earth. The moment you dedicate a number to divine order, you transform it from currency to covenant. You command the unseen substance of wealth to dwell with you. You are telling the universe, this frequency lives here, this vibration is anchored in me. And so it becomes impossible for you to fall into lack, because lack cannot remain in the same field as divine vibration. The number begins to multiply its kind, drawing other numbers, opportunities and supply of every form. Like calls to like, vibration calls vibration. Guard it as sacred. Do not boast of it. Do not expose it to doubt. Keep it where your spirit can remember, in your wallet, your heart, your consciousness. It is your daily reminder that the law of abundance is personal, mathematical, and exact. You are not hoping for prosperity, you are anchoring it. You are not waiting for the flow, you are becoming the flow. The number vibrates in your field as a silent decree. I am one with infinite wealth. Beloved, understand this eternal truth. You are the vibration that money recognizes, the command that supply obeys, the consciousness that magnetizes manifestation. And the number in your wallet, blessed, sealed, and charged, is the proof of that divine alignment. Speak over it daily, for it is no longer currency, it is covenant. The commanding word. In the beginning was the word, not a whisper, not a wish, but a command. The word spoke, and worlds obeyed. The word declared, and light appeared out of nothingness. That same divine authority rests in you now, waiting not for permission, but for expression. For you are made in the image of the Creator, and your speech is the law of your world. Every word you utter is a decree, every declaration a seed, every affirmation a call to the invisible to make itself seen. You do not beg, you command. You do not hope, you decree. You do not plead for change, you speak it into existence. Beloved, this is the mystery of power. God works through the spoken word. Thought alone holds potential, but when it is spoken, it becomes vibration, and vibration is creation in motion. The commanding word is not idle speech, it is the voice of spirit made flesh. When you speak with conviction, the very atoms rearrange themselves to obey your intent. The cells of your body, the flow of your finances, the paths of destiny, all bend to the word that carries divine authority. The one who knows this law no longer says I wish, but I will. No longer says I hope, but I decree. You were not placed on this earth to echo the world's fear, but to broadcast heaven's law. Your tongue is the scepter of spirit, your speech the rod of creation. Every complaint weakens your kingdom, every command expands it. You may have spoken carelessly in the past and built towers of limitation, but today you awaken to your true inheritance, the word that commands substance. For substance is not solid, it is responsive. It listens, it feels, it moves. Speak wrongly and it obeys your doubt. Speak rightly and it obeys your faith. The commanding word carries no hesitation. It is sharp, clear, final. It does not ask for evidence, it creates evidence. When you command in faith, heaven aligns, and earth rearranges itself to match your vibration. Every decree you make is a spiritual order written upon the fabric of the unseen. Angels move at your word, doors open at your word, mountains melt before your word. For your word is not merely sound, it is spirit in motion. Remember, the weak speak what they see, the wise speak what they know. The world may call it delusion, but heaven calls it law. You are not describing reality, you are commanding it. You are not reporting facts, you are rewriting them. The commanding word is not bound by circumstances, it overrides them. When you say, I am wealth, the law of increase must respond. When you declare, I am health, the cells awaken to divine memory. When you proclaim, I am guided, confusion dissolves and order returns. Do not dilute your word with doubt, do not contradict your own decrees. For the tongue that blesses and curses cannot stand in divine power. Speak once with authority, then hold your peace, knowing that your word has gone forth like lightning into the heart of the universe. You are not waiting for proof, you are living in prophecy. Every declaration you make is already fulfilled in spirit. Time merely unveils it. The commanding word does not chase results, it creates results. It does not question the how, it decrees the what. When you speak from the throne of faith, creation bows. When you open your mouth in divine certainty, the unseen army of abundance moves. Speak now as the heir of heaven, as the vessel of the infinite, as the embodiment of divine command. For the word in your mouth is the same word that formed the stars. Speak it boldly, speak it cleanly, speak it as law. Say it until your bones believe it. Say it until your world transforms to match it. For it is written, and let this echo through your being, your word is your wand, and what you command must obey. The vibration of wealth. There is a sound that money hears. There is a tone that abundance obeys. It is not found in toil or fear, but in vibration, the rhythm of divine confidence that hums through the soul that knows who they are. Wealth is not a chase, it is a frequency. It lives in the unseen before it lives in the seen. Those who understand this law no longer run after supply, they align with it. For when the vibration is right, all things rush to obey. You cannot attract what you criticize, you cannot receive what you resent, and you cannot embody what you fear. You must become the vibration of wealth before wealth appears. Wealth does not come because you strive, it comes because you match. The vibration of wealth is the frequency of certainty, gratitude, and divine identity. It is the knowing, not the wanting. The poor beg from separation, the wealthy command from union. When you vibrate as one who already has, the universe confirms your belief. You speak and it is done. You think and it appears. For the law of vibration is exact and impartial. It mirrors your inner state without error. Your vibration is your signature in the universe. You cannot hide it. You cannot fake it. You may speak words of abundance, but if your heart trembles with lack, the vibration betrays you. But when your inner tone harmonizes with faith, heaven itself bends to meet you. Everything that comes into your life, every opportunity, every delay, every person, is a mirror of the frequency you are broadcasting. If you would change your world, you must change your vibration. Beloved, money is not your master, it is your mirror. It moves according to the song you sing. When you vibrate in fear, it hides. When you vibrate in joy, it dances toward you. Your wallet, your business, your bank are instruments tuned by consciousness. Fill them with the melody of praise, the certainty of grace, and the awareness of your divine source. You are not working for wealth, you are expressing it. You are the channel through which the infinite pours itself into form. The vibration of wealth is not something you earn, it is something you allow. Every morning, before the noise of the world touches you, speak your vibration into motion. Say with divine command, when you speak thus your energy rises, and as your energy rises your reality obeys. For matter is the servant of vibration. Money is not solid, it is movement, energy, and intelligence. It flows to the one who sings its language, gratitude, certainty, and joy. The one who complains vibrates lack, The one who rejoices vibrates wealth. Every word, every thought, every feeling is a note in your spiritual symphony. Compose it wisely. Understand this mystery. Wealth is not outside you trying to find its way in. It is within you, trying to find its way out. You are the fountain, not the beggar at the gate. The more joy you allow, the more flow you experience. The more gratitude you speak, the faster the current moves. When your vibration becomes one with divine supply, even the impossible bends to your will. Doors open, resources appear, and every delay dissolves into divine timing. Feel it until your cells sing with it. Feel it until lack cannot find you. Feel it until the world around you shifts to mirror the sound of your abundance. This is the sacred secret. Your outer world will always echo the music you play within. So tune yourself to the frequency of divine plenty. Tune yourself to gratitude, peace, and expectation. Tune yourself to the vibration of wealth, and the universe will never stop saying yes. The discipline of faith. Hear this proclamation and engrave it upon your spirit. Faith is not a passive hope. It is a discipline, a sacred regimen of the soul that demands obedience. Rejoice, for the power of faith is the engine of creation, the rod of manifestation, the invisible muscle that moves the mountains. The one who disciplines themselves in faith stands unmoved while the world trembles. You must not only believe, you must behave as though belief is your nature and the demonstration already done. Act upon the unseen, walk the pathway of the invisible, and keep your steps in the cadence of certainty. For faith is not waiting, it is advancing. Let appearances show whatever they wish, you will not change your word. You will not shift your decree. You will stand poised, unwavering, for in your inner man, you know that faith holds the vision steady while chaos swirls. 190vision.com. 2. walkthehiddenpath.com. 2. You align your mind, you regulate your speech, you govern your actions. Thus you become the sovereign of your own manifestation. Faith is not chaotic, it is disciplined. Faith does not flutter, it settles and becomes song. Faith does not waver, it commands and prevails. The discipline of faith means you rise before the first sign, you speak before the stroke arrives, you move before the deliverance is visible. Conyers.net. 1. You dig your ditches with expectation. You plant your flag in the victory already won. You act as if the thing is done, even while the soil is yet unturned. The law of manifestation requires that you prepare. A chair bought, an ornament set, the mental posture tack. N. So that your soul declares, I expect this good now. Conyers.net. 1. There is power in preparation, for faith is elastic. It stretches into the seen because the unseen is held unshaken. You will not let the enemy roar. Doubt shall not recline in your field. Fear shall not pitch its tent. For the discipline of faith is the mastery of your inner territory. You declare, what is mine by divine right cannot be withheld. Florence Scovel Shinn. You do not look at the storm, you stand in your throne. You do not question the delay, you affirm the fulfillment. You do not listen to lack, you hear the voice of infinite supply. When you govern your thoughts, speak your word, and move your body in conformity with faith, you command the invisible to come. For faith without works is dead, so you act, you speak, you live the posture of the fulfilled. Conyers.net. 1. You do not wait for a sign, you are the sign. You do not wait for a witness, you are the witness. You walk in the realm where substance precedes demonstration. You exist in the reality of your dream. The discipline of faith demands consistency. It demands that you refuse to barter with negative appearances, that you teach your subconscious the language of victory, not defeat. You water your wilderness with faith, and suddenly it blossoms as a rose. NevilleDaily.com. 1. You refuse to be swept away by every shape of fear. You hold your ground, eyes lifted, heart steady, word pure and strong. You are not casual, and you are not passive. You are not waiting, you are commanding. You are not hoping, you are operating. The discipline of faith is your royal march into the promised land. your unshakable advance into the realm of divine right. Stand now, walk now, speak now, and let the world know that you are the demonstration of faithful obedience, the living proof of the law fulfilled, the triumphant child of the infinite, the law of overflow. There is a law that supersedes striving, a law that transcends mere sufficiency, a law that answers the cry of those who have mastered gratitude. It is the law of overflow. It is written in the language of abundance, sealed in the rhythm of divine order, and governed by the eternal decree. To him who hath, more shall be given. This law declares that when your consciousness rises beyond need, you step into the current of endless supply. Overflow is not accumulation, it is expression. It is the movement of the infinite through you, the river of divine substance that never runs dry. The law of overflow begins where fear ends. As long as you fear loss, you block expansion. As long as you grasp tightly, you interrupt the current. Overflow cannot dwell in clenched hands. It moves only through the open. You must become the channel, not the collector. You must live as the river, not the reservoir. The one who trusts the source gives freely, knowing that the more they release, the more returns in multiplied form. The ocean is never afraid to send out a wave, for it knows it will always return greater than before. So it is with you. What you send forth under grace circles back as abundance magnified. Overflow is not a reward, it is a response. It responds to the vibration of certainty, the posture of generosity, the frequency of praise. When your heart becomes a sanctuary of thanksgiving, heaven overflows its treasures into your life. You cannot overflow from emptiness, you overflow from fullness. Fill yourself daily with faith, with vision, with expectancy. Speak as one who already has. Act as one who already reigns. For the moment you declare, "I have enough," the universe hears, "Give them more." Gratitude multiplies substance. Complaint divides it. Faith expands the flow. Fear freezes it. Beloved, do not measure your life by what you hold, but by what flows through you. The stagnant pool stinks of decay. The flowing stream sparkles with renewal. So keep the current moving. Give, bless, serve, speak life, and watch how swiftly the river swells. For divine law, no stagnation. It is ever moving, ever multiplying, ever supplying. You cannot outgive the infinite. You cannot exhaust the source. You can only expand your capacity to receive. The law of overflow teaches that wealth is not measured by possession, but by circulation. To hoard is to shrink. To circulate is to multiply. When you give your time, your attention, your love, your resources in alignment with spirit, you activate divine arithmetic, the multiplication of the seed sown in faith. What you give returns pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Every act of faith sets the river in motion. Every declaration of gratitude widens its banks. Every thought of abundance deepens its current. The law of overflow demands that you think beyond survival. You are not here to scrape by, you are here to radiate divine excess. The universe itself is extravagant. Every leaf, every star, every breath a symbol of more than enough. Why then should you settle for the crumbs of fear when the banquet of abundance is laid before you? Lift your vibration to match the generosity of God. Think abundance, feel abundance, act abundance, and the floodgates of heaven open in response. Overflow is the natural state of one who knows their divine inheritance. You were not born to manage lack, you were born to manifest plenty. You are the child of the infinite, and the infinite withholds nothing from its own. So stand now and decree. I live under the law of overflow. My barns are full, my cup overflows, my blessings cannot be contained. Let this word be sealed in your spirit. Overflow is not coming, it is here. It moves now through your affairs, your home, your body, your destiny. The river of abundance recognizes you, for you are one with its source. And so it is, forever flowing, forever multiplying, forever yours.